You might only be a few months old, but you're already a swimming weapon. All this new protection has made you bold, maybe too bold. You find yourself drifting into deeper waters, territories you wouldn't have dared enter before. That's when you spot it, an ancient shark, about twice your size, tearing into something. The smell of blood fills the water, and your stomach growls. Maybe you can steal a bite while it's distracted. You drift closer, confidence growing with each paddle of your armored fins. The shark's so focused on its meal it hasn't noticed you yet. Just a little closer. Crack. Your jaws snap shut on the closest piece of meat, and that's when you learn something amazing. Your bite snaps shut in less than a 50th of a second, creating a pressure wave that stuns nearby prey. Before the shark can even turn, you've already sliced clean through its prey. But now you've got its attention. It spins towards you, clearly not happy about sharing. It charges, teeth aiming for your neck, but instead of flesh, it gets a mouthful of armor. You feel the impact, but your plates hold. The shark pulls back, probably wondering what kind of freak of nature it just tried to eat. Now it's your turn. You might be slow to turn, but your jaws are anything but. You open your mouth and snap. The water actually shockwaves around your bite, like a tiny underwater explosion. The shark barely dodges, losing a chunk of its fin in the process. It takes one look at its missing fin, then at your scissor-like jaws, and decides this meal isn't worth the trouble. As you watch it swim away, you realize something. You're not just protected by this armor, you're powered by it. The same plates that make it hard to move give your bite enough force to slice through pretty much everything. After sending that shark packing, you learn something important. Your armor might be great for fighting off big predators, but eating is a whole different game. Your massive armored body isn't exactly built for chasing down lunch. Every time you spot some tasty-looking fish, they've disappeared before you can even turn your tank-like body around. But then you remember that weird suction thing you can do. The next time you spot a school of fish, instead of attempting a clumsy chase, you just open your mouth. Whoosh! The water rushes in like a vacuum, pulling in not just one fish, but half the school, along with a nice helping of sand and seaweed. Not your most elegant meal, but hey, when you're hungry, who cares about table manners? Months pass, and you're getting better. Now, at nearly full size, you're bigger than a great white shark, stretching over 20 feet long. Your armored head alone is the size of a car, and your bite force? If ships existed back then, you could have chomped through their metal hull like it was made of cardboard. In these ancient seas, there aren't many creatures that can match your size. Those long-necked plesiosaurs, they see you coming and swim the other way. Most other armored fish are half your size. They're more like snacks than competition. The only things that make you slightly nervous are the massive eurypterids, sea scorpions the size of crocodiles. But even they think twice before messing with your scissor jaws. Swimming through your territory one day, you notice something different. The water feels warmer, and there are more of your kind around than usual. That's when you spot her. Nearly twice your size and covered in armor so thick it makes yours look like a cheap costume. Turns out female Dunkleosteus are bigger than males, because of course they are. You're not the only one who's noticed her. Other males are showing up, all of us probably thinking the same thing. What follows is possibly the least graceful courtship in ocean history. Imagine several living tanks trying to impress a bigger tank. You try showing off your jaw strength, snapping at the water to create those signature shockwaves. She seems about as impressed as you'd expect. The mating itself is quick and awkward. Try getting romantic when you're both covered in armor plates and can barely turn your heads. But hey, at least you don't eat your mate like some other fish do. Once it's done, she swims off without so much as a goodbye. Turns out even prehistoric fish weren't big on commitment. Your life of chomping through anything that moves starts catching up with you. The hunting grounds that used to be full of prey are getting emptier by the day. Turns out being an unstoppable killing machine has a downside. Eventually, you run out of things to kill. You start seeing new types of fish in these waters. Smaller, faster, more adaptable. They don't have fancy armor or buzzsaw jaws, but they can survive on the tiny prey you can't even catch. Your specialized weapons, the armor, the bone-crushing bite, the suction feeding, they're all useless against schools of fish too small to bother with. Your massive size and armor that once made you invincible are now just dead weight. You find yourself swimming further and further for fewer and fewer meals. Other Dunkleosteus are disappearing too. Some starve to death, their armored bodies sinking to the ocean floor. Others try hunting in waters too shallow and get stranded like beached whales in metal suits. One day, exhausted from hunger, you spot something big enough to eat. But as you approach, you realize it's another Dunkleosteus, even more desperate than you. For a moment, you both just float there, two living tanks facing the same grim reality. We've eaten ourselves into extinction. Nature's final joke. The ultimate predator wasn't killed by something bigger or stronger. We just got too good at being bad.